Hi YouTube, Neil here with Facelift Interiors. Welcome back to our channel. Apologies we didn't post last week. We went on holiday, and by on holiday I mean we have a young child, so it wasn't relaxing at all. Matter of fact, it was worse than going to work. In today's video I'm going to be showing you a nice easy tutorial on how to finish the woodwork on your upholstered furniture. So we're going to be starting off by sanding down, so you're going to show you how we sand them down, how we get into the curves because it can be quite difficult. There's a couple of tools we can show you how to do that. We have to go quite deep because we want to take the colour out, because if you're going for a darker colour you need to take all the colour out, or even a lighter colour you definitely have to take all the colour out. So we're going to show you how we sand it down and how we stain it, and after we stain it we're going to varnish it. We're going to show you each step and it's going to be glorious. So if you like these kinds of videos, I say this every week. So don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can see us every Sunday, or as close to Sunday as we can make it. So without any further ado, this is how you finish the woodwork on your furniture. So basically we've done the upholstery, we've already covered the chair, so you should have done this before really, but we can still do it now. So basically what I've done is I've taped all round, I've covered the chair so there's not going to get any dust or minimal dust on it, and I've put a lot of tape around here because basically I'm going to have to paint all the way up. As you can see I've already started on this one, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to have to spend a bit of time on these because there's a lot of detail to these front legs. Back one's going to be quite quick. So what you've got to do is you've got to get the old lacquer off, and then you want to get as much colour out as you can. So you're going to have to seal these bits here. I'm going to have to go over them again, and I've got to get in all these ridges here, which is going to be quite a bit of work just to sort of get all the colour out, and you want to get it back to natural as you can. Then what we'll do is we will clean it off, get all the dust off, then we will stain it. So I'm going to show you how to stain properly, then I'm going to show you how to varnish. So with the varnish side of things, what you generally have to do once you put your first layer of varnish on, so you can have it be nice and smooth, and then you put your first layer of varnish on and it kind of lifts up all the wooden fibres, so it'll feel really rough after that. So what we'll do is we'll give it its first layer of varnish, then we'll probably give it a sand to get all them bits down again, then we'll give it another couple of layers, and afterwards we'll probably do a wet sand, which if there's any little rough bits on it, a wet sand will bring all those out. You use a really fine bit of sandpaper. So this is a 80, so it's quite rough. I want it to be quite rough. I want to take a lot of this colour out. So I've got two tools I'm using today. Well, first of all, I've got my air gun, so sprays away any dust. I've got my Bosch multi-tool. So I've used this before. I use it for cutting out old staples. So I changed the head on it, and we use it to cut away staples. Really good tool. But this, what I'm going to use it for is getting into these tight spots where I can't really sand, where I'm really struggling with my other sander to get in. So this is for the tight spots. This really is a great tool. I would say invest in one of these if you're going to be doing this professionally, or if you're going to be doing it a lot. Really is a great tool. And this is our sander. This is just the McAllister. It's relatively cheap. It's probably about 30 quid, maybe 40 quid. All of our tools that we use today will link in the description below. So what I'm going to do now, see these, we can probably see these tight spots here, which I can't get into with my other sander. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is I've got some thinners, and I'm just going to apply the thinners to the wood, the legs. Number one, to take all the dust off. See, this paint thinners will lift all the dust off, but it will also tell me where there is still varnish and if there's any more that needs to be done. Now we've got our legs all rubbed down, they are ready for the colour. So this is Rustin's Wood Dye Light Teak. Now I know this colour, it's going to come up darker than you would think, being called light teak. So what we're going to do is we've just got our stocking net here. I tend to do this with a rag instead of using a brush. It tends to go on a lot more evenly and you get a nice finish out of it. But it is going to leave your hands a bit dirty. So make sure you get into all the nooks and crannies, because there is obviously some big dips in these legs. So make sure you get colour in everywhere. So as you can see, it really brings out the texture of the leg. You can see all the grain effect, really brings it out lovely. So I'm probably going to leave that for a couple hours, then come back, put another coat on, then we can start varnishing. So, a couple of hours later, guys, now we're putting on second coat. This is why you have to be so careful of wrapping up these legs. You do not want to get this stain all over the fabric, because it will make a terrible mess. So that's the second coat on the legs. That'll probably do now, so I'm going to let them dry. Then varnish. So now we are going to be varnishing. So we've just got an interior varnish here, satin finish, so it's not going to be too high gloss. Got a high quality paintbrush. In a bigger business, we would use like a spray gun and we would spray polish these. But as we haven't got a spray room or anything like that, we have to do all this sort of stuff by hand, which is fine. So what I'm doing is just making sure there's enough varnish on the legs, and then I'll go with the grain of the wood. Just make sure you're getting all the nooks and crannies, because there's obviously a shape to these legs. Back ones will be quite simple. So now what I'm going to do is run with the grain. What this first coat will probably do is lift all the imperfections in the wood up, meaning when I go and feel over it, I'll feel loads of little bits that stick up, loads of little fibres of wood that are sticking up. It's not going to feel smooth at all. So then I'll give it another rub down to smoothen them out. Then I'll probably go 2 more coats of this on top of that. Then they might need a wet rub, which means a bit of wet sanding, because wet sanding really smooths things out, really makes things nice and smooth, gets rid of all if there's any varnish lumps and bumps anywhere. So we were using this varnish, an interior varnish. It's a water-based varnish. So we decided to move to this polyurethane varnish. I wanted a nicer, shinier finish, which obviously I've got here. So I put 1 coat of that on last night. So I said I was going to show you how to wet coat, or wet sand, shall I say, sorry. So you can see here I've got some P600. I'm just going to wet this. Slightly wet the sandpaper as well. You can feel all the rough parts. You'll start ironing them out. What I'm doing here is just using the water and the really fine sandpaper to just sort of rub down any roughness that you get sometimes with a varnish. The varnish can lift up, and also a stain can lift up the wood as well. So now we're onto our final coat. What we did earlier is we wet sanded to get a nice smooth finish, and now it's lovely and smooth, so it's ready for its last coat. Like I said earlier, I went from like an interior varnish, like a water-based product to an alcohol-based product, just because I wasn't getting the look that I wanted. Not to say there's anything wrong with that varnish, I just wasn't getting the look that I wanted. So we're just going to put our last coat of varnish onto these legs. I don't want a high sheen. This isn't a high sheen. This is like a satin, but it has got a bit of a sheen to it. And that is what I wanted. The other varnish was just coming up. It didn't have a very nice sheen to it. So I decided to come onto the polyurethane. So I can see the little scuff bits where I wet sanded earlier and smoothed it all out. Got rid of any little lumps and bumps and rough bits. Always make sure you check it's all covered. They look absolutely beautiful, if you ask me. A real nice grain showing, not too dark. That is really going to make these chairs pop. So here's the finished varnish legs on the chair. I think it's really finished it off nicely. Sorry we didn't get a better image of it, but we are over the moon with the result. Thanks for watching.